pageant is over. I'll wait to see if anybody comes in. We're still in Louisiana. We just left. One person come in. We are headed back to Mississippi after being in Louisiana watching my granddaughter in her first pageant. Hey, Callie, and how are you doing? We are headed back home from Louisiana. My grandbaby was in a beauty pageant. She did excellent as far as we are concerned. She did everything that we could have asked. She got best smile. Hey, Ella. How are you? We're coming from Louisiana. Our granddaughter Berkeley was in a pageant this morning. She got best smile. I got a little video that I'm going to put up on my YouTube in just a little bit of how she walked out and waved and walked on stage and all that. I hope y'all are doing good this day. My hair's all blown everywhere. It was a festival here in Louisiana, and I did a video on, they do bonfires on the levee of the river every year to light the way for Saint Nick to come, and different people build different bonfires to light the way for Saint Nick. So I did a video about that. So glad y'all came in. Thank you. We didn't know what was going to happen, if we were going to have to go back by my son's, which would have took us out of the way. We got to come back down here next Saturday because Berkeley's having her birthday party early, because she and Lincoln and Matt share the same birthday, and we all wanted Lincoln to have his first birthday on the 30th. So Berkeley's is next weekend. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I'm going to turn the camera around here in a minute so you can see where we're headed. But it's nothing really now but traffic.
And swamp.
And swamp. Uh-oh, traffic's clogging up. The fast lane's slowing down. Let me turn y'all around. See here, the fast lane. Mr. It's Me driving over here. James got him an oyster po' boy. I got me a catfish po' boy. And we sat there and at the festival and ate. And then after that, we loaded up and headed back home.
Got some ooey gooey.
Oh yeah, we got some ooey gooey dessert. James did.
Popcorn ball.
I got a popcorn ball and a turtle. Yeah. That's for later on this afternoon. Louisiana really is a swamp.
Get up toward the north.
If you're in the south part of Louisiana, now up north part, in Shreveport, Louisiana, places like that. of how she walked out and walked on stage and everything. This is Louisiana. What's that say? La Place. Hey, John. Yeah, we were at the event. It was so much noise, y'all would have never been able to hear anything. I'm gonna upload a video here in a little bit about it, but if I would have went live and people standing up, you couldn't really see the stage with people standing up. It was just, but of course we thought she was the most beautiful one up there, you know, and to us she was. South La Place. The festival was not large at all. The only booths they had was when you went inside to go into the pavilion where they were having the pageant. They had, what, maybe 8 booths? And it wasn't a variety of stuff, really. Grandma got to support. You are a great grandma for me. Oh yes, I wouldn't have missed it unless I would have been in the hospital or something. Hey, baby girl vibes, how are you? Welcome in. Y'all don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get home earlier than what I thought, and I'm glad of that. It's not gonna hurt my feelings none, to tell you the truth. I figured we would get home late this afternoon and I was gonna be wore out. Yeah, we're driving back. The pageant was at 10, and after Berkeley's part and they announced the winners of her division, we all dispersed because everybody was hungry and wanted to get something to eat. And so we're headed back home. Matt and his family have to go in one direction. We have to go in another direction because we come from our home and not his home. We didn't go down yesterday and spend the night with him. We left straight from our house at 3:30. We got up at 3:30 this morning and left around, what time was it? About 5 or so from our house. It was still dark because we didn't know exactly how long it was going to take because of my condition. You know, we didn't know if I was going to have to stop and get me out and stretch my legs and, you know, go to the bathroom and all that stuff. Hey, Krista, how are you? Welcome in. Hey, Koozies. Welcome in, everyone. Don't forget thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Home is in Mississippi, John. I live in a little small town 45 miles south of Jackson. That's our capital, Jackson, Mississippi. I'm doing good, Krista. How are you? Baby girl, I hope you're doing good. These big old things here.
It's water tank.
I know it's water tanks. We got to go toward Hammond on 55. We got to go north. Thank you, John, for putting that in there. I'm glad it's a great day, baby vibes. I don't hardly get out much, as y'all know. I stay home a lot, so I've just enjoyed the ride. And the cop over there, cop's got someone stopped over there. He's got his blue lights on. I don't know if y'all can see it. No. Well, he's just in traffic, I think.
He's slowing it down up through here.
Yep, he's making everybody hit the brakes. There he sits, right there. That's okay, baby. Yeah, there's the popo right there. Let me show y'all. There he is. Yeah, I heard it was cold up there in Michigan. It's 70 degrees here, Lena. We're going back home, Krista. We left at 5 o'clock this morning, headed here to Louisiana. And now we are headed back home, but we're enjoying the ride. If we see somewhere we want to stop, we may stop. We don't know yet. I'm just enjoying the day out with Mr. It's Me. And like I said, I don't get out much on pretty days like this. Lena said, I do miss the warm winter down south. She can. What, is it snowing there, Lena? Turn right here. Yeah. I'll answer your question, Krista. Let me see where we going here. This seems like a rough road, and we got my wheelchair on the back of the. We're getting on the interstate, aren't we?
Yeah.
James comes out of the interstate like we're shooting out of a cannon. She said they are driving back. Oh, okay. Hey, Uni Magic. Welcome back. John's back with us. Lena's here. It's not snowing there, she said. We're back on the bridge again, guys, if y'all were here with us this morning. Thank y'all for coming in. Oh, thank you, Uni. Like I said, the festival did have like 8 booths that were selling things. They had a lot of food places. James got a oyster po' boy, and I got a catfish po' boy. And we sat there and ate that. Hey, Mr. Stephanie. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome in, everyone. We are on this long bridge back to Ponchatoula.
Yeah.
We're headed back to Ponchatoula. This thing is rough, bouncy. So if the camera's going up and down, you'll know why. I have a doctor's appointment Monday, and I got a doctor's appointment Tuesday. And then next Saturday, we got to come back down here because of Berkeley's birthday. We just got to, and then Christmas, I got to figure out when to wrap Christmas presents. Time is just flying, y'all. show y'all some swampland. Swamp, swamp, swamp. I wouldn't want to get lost in there, I'll tell you that much. What's going on YouTube today? I hadn't even been on. I've been live, but I mean, I hadn't been on any channels this morning. I usually am at auctions and checking out everybody else, but I did a live on the way down here and then spent time with the family, and now we're headed back. Better tell Johnny you're in his old neck of the woods. Yeah, I think he's from New Orleans, isn't he? John is narrating the chat. He says, we're just watching Mr. James take us on a nice Saturday drive. He's narrating. Thank you. Thank you, John. Oh, it's very nice weather. Selling. Oh, is he off now? Are they eating lunch? Hasn't been much to watch really, at least for me. I'm still not feeling great, but hope to be feeling better for tonight's live. Oh, Uni, I hope you are getting a little better. I hope you get well soon. I don't know what's been wrong with you, but I hope you're getting well. It's 70 degrees here, Crystal. What's the temp where you are? Lena, did you have a good auction? Did you sell many things? Oh, no, I hate nausea. Oh. I'm not in Johnny's now for the time being anyways. Oh, is Johnny live now? What's he got going on this Saturday? 29 in Connecticut? Oh my goodness, girl. I'd have me a fire. Well, I'd have Mr. It's Me building me a nice fire if it was 29 degrees, which we had cold enough weather this past week for him to build me a fire for a couple of nights, wasn't it? Which I like firewood in a fireplace. I don't really care for those gas logs. I mean, they're nice and everything, but I've always wanted just a old-timey fireplace where you put firewood in it and just burn the firewood. I think we'll do okay tonight. It will be Angela, Jess, and I tonight, jewelry stuff. You'll do great, Uni. I'll probably pop in and check on y'all if we make it home and I'm not exhausted. Wait, what did Krista say? Oh, talking about the weather. It's 58 in Southern California. John's in Southern California. He said, I want one of those po' boys. Have you ever eaten a po' boy, John? It's okay, Red Road. Use this code. We get cold weather like this from December all the way to February, and it don't start warming up some maybe in March, but more towards April. Thank you, Angie. It'd be great to see you, but if not, rest comes first. Oh, it does, and I try to do my best to rest as much as I can, but I like to support all the channels that I can. Yes, many years ago, but the shrimp one sounded good. Oh, that's what James and I were talking about this morning before we left home, that we were going to be able to get some good food, because you can't beat the food in Louisiana. Now, there's a lot of things that I don't care for in Louisiana, but the food is not one of them. They have great food. And it's probably a good thing that we didn't live here during our marriage all these years, because it would have been bad. Especially with the food. But they have different ingredients. What do you mean, Uni? Different ingredients. James really is the one that taught me how to cook, because when we got married, I didn't know how to cook. He can tell you I didn't know how to boil water, but I'm pretty good at it now. Very yummy. Yeah. They believe in a lot of spice. I didn't know about spices until I married James. The only thing I knew was salt and pepper. I didn't know you added any other thing to food. But I feel po' boys are in a different category on its own. I think a sub or a hoagie is more like a sliced deli meat. Yes, you're right, John. You cannot make a po' boy like New Orleans unless you have.
It's the water. Remember that time for fish fry?
Oh yeah. Oh, he is, John, definitely. Look, I'm gonna let Mr. Ismay tell y'all about a real po' boy. You drive and tell him.
What you want to know?
About a difference between a real po' boy and.
Whenever, I don't know, one evening or night, we were deciding what we wanted to eat, and Angie, she likes the fried fish and all this. We call this one place. This is up in Mississippi now, and so I'm looking on their menu and all this, and then next, I'm saying, we're going to pick this food up. It said New Orleans style po' boy. So my daughter goes and picks this up, and I'll order an oyster po' boy. Well, when it gets back, I look in the tray. I said, "Tyler, where's the po' boy?" I said, she said, that's it. I said, "Tyler, bread." And so I called him. I said, "Look here, I ordered this po' boy." And I said, y'all run out of po' boy bread or what? She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Y'all put this on a hoagie bun." "No, that's a po' boy bun." I said, "Lady," I said, "I don't know what you calling a po' boy bun, but that's a hoagie bun. You put some roast beef on there with a Philly steak sandwich." I said, this ain't no po' boy." But anyway, it gets out. My daughter, she posted it to Facebook and all that, and then I put a picture on there, and it was on then. But po' boy bread out of Louisiana, or coming out of New Orleans and all, it's all got to do with the water. It's the alkaline side of it that makes that bread more tougher than a bun. I mean, a bun's gonna be soft. Po' boy bread is more coarse. It's gonna have more air that goes through it.
And it's lighter too, isn't it?
It's light.
Yeah.
And it's not as packy. But whenever you cook, when you got real buns, real po' boy, you put that mayonnaise and all that on there with your lettuce and tomato, and either throwing your shrimp in there or your oysters or your fish, whatever you gonna do. But seafood anyway. But and then if you gonna make them at home, put your little butter on the top, put that sungun in the oven, and crisp that bread just a little bit more with that butter taste on it. And whatever beverage you like.
So that's the story of the po' boy. You can't get real po' boys in Mississippi. Who all has come in? Let's see. Hey, Steph, how are you? Uni said, yeah, the water makes a big difference. Similar to the water in bagels.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Give me that cord. But when you've been born and raised in Louisiana, and then somebody tries to tell you that you don't know the difference in a hoagie bun and a po' boy bun, it's kind of upsetting because James knew that that was not a po' boy bun, that it was a hoagie bun, and you can't put a po' boy on a hoagie bun. I mean, you can, but you can't sell it as a New Orleans style po' boy. Uni said water is different here in Arkansas, so the tortillas even taste different from what I made in New Mexico.
That's right. I mean, I done ate all over the United States. I mean, I know what's good in one place or another, you know.
Krista said, never heard of a po' boy here in Connecticut. Oh, Krista, you are missing out. They have shrimp, oyster, catfish,
soft shell crab,
roast beef po' boys
with gravy.
Yeah.
Soft shell crab.
Yeah, soft shell crab. Oh yeah. He said, you won my heart when you said the other night you made chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Yeah. James and I have got some cooking videos on my channel in the earlier days that I'm doing YouTube. Everybody wants us to do more cooking videos, and we plan on it, but we just don't have time. Everything's been so busy. We are doing simple tonight, beans and cornbread. What kind of beans? What kind of beans, Uni? Now, James can do really good red beans and rice.
The secret is them Camille or Blue
Oh, they're doing pinto beans. Energy, I'm fixing out a couple of things. It's shipping day, waiting on Mr. to get home. Oh, you're good, Steph. When you can get it to me, honey, you get it to me. I'm not complaining. Ask Mr. James when he travels, does he try to eat like the locals? Do you try to eat like the locals?
Look, whenever I was making a trip, it was up in West Virginia, and we had to go into Pennsylvania to pick up parts, actually the King of Prussia. Well, you got them little mini diners on them toll roads. So me and the guy that was with us, I mean, I didn't know no better either. I mean, both of us never really been out of the state of Louisiana. But we get up there, pull over, we go eat some breakfast. All right, we won't get some sausage and eggs, a biscuit, and a side order of grits. And that we tell the lady what we want, and she said, I don't know what no grit is, but we got plenty of potatoes. I said, I don't want no potatoes. I said, y'all ain't got grits? She said, nope, no grits. We can bring you some potatoes. I said, are they smothered? She said, what do you mean? I said, smothered. I said, you gonna put them things under a lid, add some onion to them, and smother them down, and then crisp them up. She said, well, we ain't never tried that. I said, lady, y'all don't know what y'all missing. I said, I tell you what, some of them onion chips y'all got under them hash browns right there, and I guarantee you'll still every bit of them. One time in Maryland, They put blue cheese dressing on a hamburger.
Yeah, in Maryland, they
You lost it.
ANASAZI beans. I've never had those, Uni. Oh, okay. First time I had grits was in South Carolina. Also fried bologna. Look,
That's
you know,
rough man
a lot of
steak.
people don't realize this, but grits is corn. You know, they're made from corn. So you have to put a lot of salt on grits, and we eat them with butter. We have shrimp and grits. Grits is kind of like something that is a filler.
The second thing on like a rice.
Yeah, it's like a rice. It's a filler. John said, I love grits. What are you doing in California, John, if you like all these southern foods? Okay, Lena. See you later.
Hey,
love you.
Tell them about Matt. You send him some grits.
Yeah, another channel, Scrapping with Matt. I used to mod for his channel, and I sent him some grits. He lives in New York. He's a teenager when he had his channel. He's 18. Well, he's still a teenager. But he had started his channel at 14. He was a dumpster diver.
I told him when we got the grits.
So, when he got the grits, and we made a video on his channel of him tasting grits, and he eats grits to this day. Let's see. I like savory grits. Sweet grits taste yucky to me. Yeah, I don't like sweet grits. I'm in the same with tamales. They must be savory, no sweet ones. We have instant grits here in Cincinnati. They sell them next to the, hold on, I'm bouncing. Freaking oatmeal. Oh, I can't stand oatmeal. Oatmeal is something I cannot eat.
Tell them the next time they fry bacon, get them some grits. Cook them grits like they tell them to cook.
Yeah, when you have bacon, get you some of those grits that's beside that oatmeal. Follow the directions by what it says do, but add you some butter and salt.
And then a little bit of that bacon
and
grease
pepper. And add you a little bit of that bacon grease in there. And you gonna have you a good meal. When I travel to the South, I get my share of fried catfish, chicken, fried steak, gizzards, okra, and grits. What part of the South do you come to, John? Uni said okra, catfish. Oh, I love fried okra. Oh my goodness. Our entire family loves fried okra. I mean, my children, when they were in school, you would think, I would say, okay, what do y'all want me to for supper tonight? Will you fry some okra? I mean, when they were at home, they loved okra. Which we always had a garden, which James and I have videos of our garden. For the last couple of years, we hadn't had a garden because the ground hadn't been right. We was trying to let it rest. But you'll see pictures of our garden. Okay, yeah, I always put butter in my grits.
Yep.
When I go get the instant grits, and I always put salt in there. Yeah, you got to make sure, don't over salt them, but the more salt you put in them and the butter, the better they're going to be.
You can let them set longer after they cook.
Yeah, because grits are so plain. That's why a lot of people don't like them. They don't know how to fix them.
But you take that butter and you put them in there after they get through cooking, and then put another big dollop in there and let them set on top, that butter on top.
Yeah. Oh, and Steph was saying, I get my share too, but when I go to New Orleans, Louisiana, I get my fill of gator. Now, let me tell you,
Yeah.
we eat gator too. That is some good eating.
Turtle meat too.
Well, now, I've never tried turtle meat. After we've been married 37 years, I've never tried turtle, but I know you probably have. Oh, yeah, we eat gator. Stephanie said, now I gotta go get lunch. For some reason on my I always start talking about food. I'm so glad y'all decided to come along for the ride. Mr. James and Angie are making me hungry too, and I already ate. Hey John, have you already been on with Johnny doing your auction, or when are you going on with him? Food is a universal love language. Yes, it is. And honey, if you ever come to my house, you'll get plenty of love, because James cooks enough for the entire neighborhood when he cooks. See, he always cooked for us so many when our kids were at home, because when they were in school, high school and elementary and high school, everybody come to our house, all the friends, everybody was at our house, was the central meeting place. And he cooked for all the youngsters. We used to have crawfish bowls, shrimp bowls, we'd fry turkeys, build a fire on the deck, and just have a good time with all the kids. I'm so used to cooking for tons of people. It's hard for me only to cook for just, I know James has not learned how to do it yet.
We had 8 people for Thanksgiving. I fixed enough dressing we could feed 2 city blocks.
Yeah, we had 8 people for Thanksgiving. He said he fixed enough dressing for people for 2 city blocks to be able to eat. My first auction is 1/3/25 on the traffic jam with Johnny, and making some bookings with others. Mark in February and Johnny again in March. Might do a show with Maria too. Nice. I might even change my name to Angie so I can be on the Angie show. That's funny. John, I thought I missed you yesterday. Speaking of dressing, let's get on that subject. In the South, we call it dressing. In the North, they call it stuffing. But it's 2 totally different things. Because, see, our dressing is made from cornbread that we bake. We first bake the cornbread. And what we add, cornbread makes the dressing. Now, stuffing is a little more plain than what our dressing is, because we add so many things to our dressing. We add, oh my goodness, stuffing. I don't know what ingredients stuffing has in it. I don't know if it's just...
you got cornbread stuffing, but usually you're putting it in the bird.
Yeah, but also, what ingredients is in there besides the stuffing?
Like the stovetop stuffing and all that. That's got way too much sage.
Yeah, I don't care for a lot of sage.
But in ours, we add onion, bell pepper, celery.
Mm-hmm. Eggs.
Eggs. Boiled eggs.
Boiled eggs in there.
And then what we do is we'll dice them up and smash them or whatever. Then the chicken broth, we'll either cut up.
Talk loud.
We'll boil a chicken or whatever, or bacon in or whatever. I mean, just to put extra meat in the dressing. Then some people put liver. I don't.
We don't put liver in our dressing.
But
now, let me say this, on my videos, I have a video where James and I make Mexican cornbread. So y'all have to go over there and check that video out if y'all like Mexican cornbread. But he's talking about the dressing right now.
And then you start mixing your spices up in it. I mean, everything's cooked. So basically what you're doing is and then you start tasting.
Yeah, because when you mix, your cornbread's already baked. And when
everything's done.
Yeah, so if you mix everything together and actually taste it, you're not tasting something that's raw.
Raw food. You're not.
But you bake it to get the juice out of it,
and chicken broth. You want to enhance that chicken broth and stuff like that, and
it becomes more. The texture becomes more thickening than what you have when you just mix it all together.
And then once you find the taste that you're looking for, or I mean that you say, yeah, that's it. All right. Well, I mean, you got enough liquid in there, and what you want to do is you want to bake the liquid out, and what it does, it starts tightening up that dressing. Put it on there about 350 degrees. Usually it don't take but about 35-40 minutes to cook mine out. I mean, that's the way I like it. But whenever then it's not dry. It's not.
I don't like dry dressing.
I mean, it's just.
I like it moist. Listen to this comment. The worst dressing I ever had was with apples, pineapple, and crab meat along with the regular ingredients. I thought I was going to die at that table.
Now see,
I've never heard of putting apples and pineapple in dressing.
No, I ain't either. But
I had
whenever
to
we were kids, my daddy, whenever he would come in off the boats, he would stop and get a sack of oysters.
And I see, I don't care for oyster dressing.
Thanksgiving and Christmas. But we would shuck them oysters, eat what we wanted to eat off the half shell. And I mean, I'm talking about when I was a kid, I'm talking about like 9 or 10 years old. I mean, you didn't know no difference. But we would make oyster dressing.
I don't really care for oyster dressing.
But my grandma, my daddy's mama, where we live, I mean, it was in the swamp. Well, I mean, in the woods in the swamp. I mean, that's where it was at. All right. So basically, we would hunt wood ducks. We would make sure. She said, "All right, well, we're gonna have this many people. We need at least to have one duck because other people ain't gonna eat or whatever." I mean, so you had probably there was 6 of them. All the grandkids, wives, everything. So you're looking at probably 40 people. All right, so you're cooking about, say, 35 wood ducks. But she would marinate them things and bake them in the oven with brandy, rum, onion, and oranges stuffed up in these and butter with a butter sauce. And good Lord, I could not stop eating them ducks.
I don't care for duck. Duck is too dry for me.
But it won't. Well, she
Steph
didn't have no dry duck. We didn't have no dry duck.
Steph said wood duck is good eating. Y'all, James is from here, so it's no telling what he has eaten that he's not even told me about. Because he likes boudin. I don't like boudin. That's the type of sausage they have here in Louisiana. I don't eat boudin. I know y'all probably know what boudin is. I don't care for it. Actually, he was going to get him some boudin at the festival today and didn't walk over there and get you any. You forgot.
Done got full on that oyster po'.
Stephanie said it depends on how it's cooked. Yeah, that's everything with me. Everything with me is about who's cooking it, how it's cooked. You know, everybody can't cook. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly because at one time I couldn't cook. And there are things that I would not even attempt to cook that James cooks. Because I know I can't do it as well as he does. I'm originally from Mississippi. James moved to the town that I grew up in, which I've been imprisoned in for 57 years and hadn't been able to escape. I mean, I've been in that small little town that's less than 2,000 people. Probably less than 2,000 people in the little rural area that we live in. We have to drive 11 miles one direction north or 9 miles south to get groceries or go shopping. Except, guess what we do have in our little town? A Dollar General. Isn't that surprising?
But I'm gonna tell you something about
baby girl said ever since that experience she always asks what's in the dressing. I don't
Ooh,
blame you.
now,
That
I
was
tell
a
you
bad
what,
bad experience.
I had an uncle. Now this son gone here. He was worse.
Stephanie said boudin is an acquired taste for some.
It's
Yeah,
got the liver and all that.
yeah.
But what I'm
That's why I
saying
don't
is,
like it.
I had an uncle that lived. I'm talking about in the swamp. I never knew this man to go to work. All he done was trap and fish and hunt. And
You're right, Uni. Dollar Generals are everywhere.
that was the only place I would not eat at.
What he's saying is one of his uncles, all he did was hunt and trap and fish, and he would not eat at that uncle's house because he didn't really know what he was eating when he would go to his house.
We went there on a Saturday or a Sunday one day. Just my daddy was going to see his sister. We walk up in there. This son got a beaver on the back that he done caught.
Ooh, beaver?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't know.
No, I ain't hungry. I am not hungry.
Steph said, love my fill of frog legs.
Yep.
That's good eating too. Yep. How do y'all like shrimp and lobster and clams and things like that? What do y'all think of that? Baby Vibe said, a beaver? Nope. But it's okay to me. It doesn't bother me what other people choose to, to take for, what they eat. I'm gonna tell you this. If I get hungry enough and I'm without food for so long, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna eat or not gonna eat. And if you were brought up on it, that's all you know. So you don't know whether you're supposed to be eating it or not. So I don't judge anybody for what they eat. I just know what I won't eat.
That's right.
Hey, Lori. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. I like most of my seafood deep fried, although I can eat poached fish. Never tried poached fish, but I like boiled shrimp. I like snow crab legs. Oh, I love snow crab legs. I like fried shrimp.
I like baked flounder.
And I like red snapper too.
Well, you like red
fish.
fish.
Yeah, red
and
fish.
Speckled trout.
Yeah, speckled trout. My grandma has a recipe for blackbirds. She was born in the 30s, so if you know, you know. Right.
My grandpa and them, my grandma.
Hey, Christina.
They said they used to shoot the crows.
Yes, we love boiled peanuts, and I cannot believe that people have not heard of boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts are delicious. Delicious. As a matter of fact, they come out around the end of August, September, and we would always get them and boil a whole 40-pound sack.
Or 35, 40-pound
and we would put them up in the freezer. And when we had football games on Friday night, the high school football games, we would heat them up and take them to the ball games and eat peanuts at the football game. Stephanie said, I love crab, shrimp, lobster, most fish. See, I could live off everything Stephanie just named because that's the stuff I love. Now I like a steak and I like chicken, but I'm going to tell you something. I would rather eat something that swims, that's in the ocean. Tongue tacos. Oh, Linguina? Yep, they are yummy. Tongue tacos. I don't know about all that. I had never tried that. I didn't know that was a thing. But I guess everything is, which I watch a lot of food channels, so I know there's some weird things that people eat in different parts of the United States. Cow tongue. I don't think so. Yep, I love me a good steak too, but I'm partial to the water. I am too, still. I'm mostly the swimmers. I like stuff that's in the water and swims. But the way James and I have cows is we have a friend that grain feeds his cows, and then we get one of his cows and we have it butchered. So therefore, it doesn't have any steroids or anything in it. We know exactly what that cow has been fed. So we know it's nothing that, any kind of no antibiotics or steroids have been put in that cow. So we get it butchered and put it in the freezer. And of course, James kills deer for our food. Deer meat is a very good meat for me to have for my autoimmune disease. Hey, Claudette, welcome back. If you didn't know what it was, you'd eat it. Looks like meat. Yeah, but doesn't it taste like, doesn't it have a lot of iron in it?
What?
Tongue? Don't
Liver
it have a lot?
does.
I know liver does, but tongue don't.
You gotta skin a tongue.
I know, but it don't taste like iron. Like,
Oh, I don't.
you're not wrong just saying it. I wouldn't select it. Right.
Now them coonies over there toward Mamu and all that, they'll make a deal called pumps.
Claudette, the pageant was good. Berkeley got best smile. She did excellent. I'm gonna put a video up. It was 20 little girls in her division. She did excellent, but we're thinking maybe she did a little too much. But she got best smile, and I'm gonna put a video of her walking out on stage and when she walked out for the judges and everything. I'm gonna put a video up. But the little girl at Berkeley, she didn't care one way or the other. She was just happy, just seeing both sets of grandparents. Haley's sister was there. She calls her Aunt Coco. Her name is Courtney, and she was just happy we were all there to watch her. But she was the cutest thing ever, I'm telling you. All the animals we butcher, you can't get me to eat heart. No, that would be a no for me. Oh, she really did enjoy it. She really did. But the festival wasn't big at all. I was telling them earlier, Claudette, it only had like 8 booths, and they were on the inside. Really didn't have many things in them. Now, the food court was pretty big. We were taught this how food come up. James got an oyster po' boy, and I got a catfish po' boy. A lot of people won't eat catfish. They think it's a dirty fish, a bottom feeder, and they won't eat catfish. I love catfish. We're on our way home now, Claudette. We're going to make it home a little earlier than what we originally thought, which doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Matt and them had to get home because they're moving more things into their house, their new house. They close on their new house. Look at that, how fast that car was going. They close on their new house Wednesday, and then next Saturday we go back down there to Berkeley's birthday party. I'm so thankful y'all come in. How are you doing, Christina, my sister? Y'all don't know this, but Christina sent me some happies and sent everybody in the family almost a happy. Well, I think she did. And I still have it in the box because I'm going to share it with y'all to let y'all see what she sent me. But, oh my gosh, it was this big box of stuff. And I'll tell y'all one thing. She set me up with some headbands. She sent me some new headbands that were lovely. I can't wait, which I've worn 2 of them already. Claudette, how was Scrap Doll's auction today? Was it good? John, I was going to tell you, I'm gonna I'll be there to see you in Johnny's auction when you go after the first of the year. Have you always sold things, John, or are you just starting out in the selling things? Yeah, it was good. They have such great items at low. I know. They do. I agree, Claudette. Where those clouds come from, turn back to the clear skies. Yeah,
it's supposed to be raining tomorrow.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. We're closer to Mississippi, and it's gonna get cooler too because it's warmer in Louisiana than it is in Mississippi. We'll hit dips like that, especially getting back into Mississippi. I started in a booth in the area in the late 90s and eBay around that time. Took a break and come back to eBay in 2018. Nice. Is that what you do for a living, or is this like a side gig? I actually have auctions on my channel too. I actually used to have an auction called Angie's Auction Arena. I want to move a lot of my smalls that are not worth my time to bread and butter. In 524, I went full time. Oh, nice. I hadn't even been paying attention to the signs. Where are we? We've already went through Hammond.
Yeah. We done passed Amit and all that.
Oh, we passed Amit. So 125, I will add YouTube to it. Nice. How long have you known Johnny? No, we're in Mississippi. No, we're in Louisiana. We're still in Louisiana. A month? Oh, okay, gotcha.
We're almost to Kentwood.
Oh, we're gonna cross the Mississippi state line, not too far from where we are now. We're almost to Kentwood, and after Kentwood, you'll go into Mississippi. But meeting a lot of nice people on here. Yeah, you will. I thought I was going to get to meet Dawn Southern Finds today, but she was at her booth in Prairieville, and we were at the festival, so we didn't get to meet up, but maybe next time. I should have made arrangements with her last night to kind of meet up, but I didn't know what the plans were today with the rest of the family. You're in Mississippi where you talk that southern way. I say a lot of things that Claudette doesn't understand, like water off a duck's back. She didn't know what that meant. I gotta learn the balance between YouTube, eBay, and life. I've been on here a lot of days, but I'm packing as I watch. Oh, you can get caught up in YouTube real easy. Somewhere close, I recognize the reception issue being so close to, look, Mississippi, I can talk about Mississippi, I guess, because I've lived there my entire life, but it's going to have the worst reception, I will tell you. It just is. Had no idea. Maybe Americans, Canadians have different slang talk. Yeah, you'll have to teach me some of your slang, Claudette. But, Liverpool, Kentwood. You know the bottles of water that you get that...
a lot of people don't have that up there.
Oh, y'all don't have Kentwood bottled water at y'all's grocery store? I watch a good amount of John to keep learning from the pros. I chat more because I love my friends that here. Do y'all have Kentwood spring water in bottles where y'all live?
No.
Kentwood spring water. Bottled water. Do y'all have that where y'all live?
That's just like Ozark.
I know, but I'm asking them. See, we're passing Kentwood right now. Kentwood, Louisiana.
Do they know what?
John said nope. But Uni may have it because she's in Arkansas. She may have it, but I know.
Usually they have. I mean, just like we get Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'll sell Ozark here.
Yeah, but
I don't know
Walmart? Well, Walmart might sell for their needs
Great
up
value.
there.
See, that's Kentwood spring water.
I don't think so. We'll check. But Kentwood spring water comes from there. Osaka, we're fishing across into Mississippi. Osaka is the first town in Mississippi. See if I can't catch the Mississippi state line as we cross over it. Learning the Deep South Culture Drive with Mr. James and Angie. We might have it, but I haven't paid attention. We're about to, in 4 miles, we'll cross the state line.
She was talking about the water.
Hey, Papa Smurf, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just taking a little road trip. We're headed back home from Louisiana. I'm glad you're doing good, Papa Smurf.
See, our leaves are just now starting to change.
We still have a lot of green here in Mississippi compared to other states. Got 10 people watching. Now it's gonna be right up here. We're gonna cross into Mississippi. Y'all be looking now, don't miss it. I see that. We've only had 2 snowfalls, then it melts. I'm trying to think the last time we got snow. Probably 3 or 4 years ago.
That's whenever it done that hard freeze.
Yeah, it's coming up, John. It's gonna be right up here. John's telling everybody, look for the sign, look for the sign. I'm so glad y'all rode along with us. It made the trip go a lot faster. Talking and showing y'all the different places. And all right, here it comes. I hope we don't lose signal. Here it is. Y'all look now, because we're going to be passing it really fast. It's going to be blue. Y'all ready? Y'all be looking now. There it is. Welcome to Mississippi. He said next time we'll have to play auto bingo with Angie and James. Yeah. Stephanie said, woohoo, later, Louisiana. Exit 1. We have started all over again, people. We are at exit 1. M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback out. That's right. That's right, Papa Smurf. Oh, I learned that at such an early age. M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. We got a truck that's... No, had we made it to Macomb? We were coming back from Matt's, and the car...
The back tire separated.
Yeah, the back tire separated, and James had to pull over, and we were stranded on the side of the road, and it was Sunday, wasn't it? And we had to call a tow truck. Oh, it was the worst. We had to call somebody to come get us. Yeah, we had a crooked letter and a humpback in there, John. Yep, when I had my Sonata, we broke down. We sure did. And James thought it was, what do you think it was?
The strut.
You thought it was the strut, but it was the...
Or the shock. I thought it was...
He thought it was the shock, but it come to find out the...
It started bouncing, and then I said, this tire's fixing to separate.
Yeah, the tire separated. There's the Mississippi rest area. If y'all would like to stop at the rest area, you need
a cup of coffee in there.
Do you know how much a cup of coffee was at this beauty pageant? Now we're talking about, what was it, 4 ounces? About 4 to 6 ounces. It was a little community cup.
$2.
It was $2, and it had like 4 ounces of coffee in it. $4 ounces of coffee for $2. Yeah, Claudette, you right, robbery. And how much was the water?
$1.
Oh, well, they were good on the water. See, I was drinking the water. James, he's a coffee fanatic, and he's gonna drink it black. He's not gonna drink anything in his coffee, and that's why I had to stop drinking coffee, is because I put so much other stuff in it that by the time I got through putting everything in it, you couldn't even taste the coffee. Steph said that they offer creamer free. Well, see, he don't need creamer because he drinks it black.
I already told him give me 50 cents back.
Yeah. That's cheap as it's high. Well, I can't imagine living in California, John. I can't imagine the prices that you pay for there. I mean, gas here, we paid $2.47
this morning.
Yeah. We paid $2.47 a gallon for gas this morning. I can't imagine what you're paying, John. Hot summer, my uncle would drink. Summer, my uncle would drink. Let me tell you something, John. He drinks coffee 110 degrees, or if it's 4 degrees, he's coffee.
There's Linda's Skin Monument.
I had a dab of milk to my coffee to break the acidic level. Yeah, a coffee is an acquired taste. My dad has always drank more coffee than anything else. James, that's all. Sometimes, and I don't know if y'all know this, I cannot drink iced coffee. It tastes horrible to me. And adding 10 ingredients to make it taste like a dessert, no thanks. Yeah, that's why I had to stop, Uni. We paid $5 a gallon for gas. 70 said they'll be back momentarily. Here comes they got a 4-wheeler on back. Everything's slowing down, James. I had to take a deep breath.
My grandpa never washed his coffee cup.
Yeah, to me, I don't think that's very sanitary.
I was going to wash it one day.
He was going to wash his grandfather's coffee cup one day.
We were picking up the cups to put it over there at the sink. And my grandpa, he said, boy, where What are you doing? Come on, I'm gonna wash these cups. Put
He
them
didn't
up.
want him to wash his coffee cup.
Don't you wash mine. He said it took me years to break that cup in.
I couldn't
Don't
even
wash that
imagine
out.
not washing a cup after. But what I was going to say about James drinking so much coffee, he gets a lot of cramps in his legs at night sometimes when he goes to work. And I think it's because he drinks so much coffee. And coffee will dehydrate you. It doesn't hydrate you. It dehydrates you. And James can't drink a lot anyway because he had the gastric bypass surgery. 2003? 3 or 4? Wasn't it back then?
No. I mean, it was something.
Oh, it's been so long I can't even remember. James used to weigh 320 pounds.
No, 340.
340, he says. And now he's been this small ever since his gastric bypass surgery. He did get down to 178 pounds, and his doctor's like, nope. And me, I ballooned after steroids and sitting on my hiney so much because I can't walk. I have to sit all the time in the wheelchair. We have a 4-wheeler, Claudette. James uses it for hunting. Stephanie said, I have to breathe a lot when Mr. Stephanie drives. I understand. James, watch out for these.
I'm trying.
Oh, I don't like to pass people. Yes, John. Yes, it is. Because I'm not even, according to the doctors 7 years ago, told me, according to what they said, I'm not supposed to be here today, but I am here. And I know God has a time and the day that I'm not going to be here, and it's not today, I don't think. And I have plenty more years, I think.
Blessing.
And it's quite a blessing to still be alive, I tell you that. That's why I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't sweat the small stuff. Yes, Claudette, we will take you on the ATV. When you come visit, we'll ride you all over the place, anywhere you want to go.
Out there on the lease.
We'll take you out to the hunting lease. Mr. James is doing okay. He got you there and back. Just relax, Angie. He's got this. Yeah, he's doing really good today, John. He's not acting like a NASCAR driver today. Okay, now we're in Fernwood. Now, I'll tell y'all a story about Fernwood. When I was 16 to probably right before I married James, I ride, though. Nobody puts me on the back. Yes, ma'am. You can drive it, ride it, whatever you want to do, girl. As long as you come to see me, you are welcome to it. I'll hand you the key. Actually, we're going to pass the exit where James and I met at a nightclub called Top Cats. We met at a nightclub named Top Cats. And we didn't tell our children that, how we met. They were probably way up in high school or maybe out of school before we even told them that we met in a nightclub. Y'all are still. What part of my woods are you going to be in, Steph? If that's the case, we need to try to meet up, Steph. A lot of people do meet in nightclubs. Well, I know I've told that story. Watch out, James. I know I told that story. It's a video on my channel. It's called Mississippi Woman Meets Louisiana Man. It's a video I put out about how James and I met. It's one of the videos on my channel. They're doing some construction here, which this always makes me nervous because nobody wants to drive the speed limit. Everybody wants to drive 80.
But them speeding fines are double.
Look at all these orange and white cones. It's like a maze that you had to drive through. Look at this. Can y'all see that? It's crazy.
Now, if we had an old beat up car, we'd knock the cans over.
Oh, hey y'all. Oh, hold on. I'm going to the pirate ship and my thermal printer for the last time. Hope this works. Okay, John, we'll say a prayer. Angie, when we come back from Florida, Louisiana, we're going to be on the same road you're traveling today. Oh, nice, Stephen. How long they been working on that road, Angie? Oh,
it's
off
been
and
a
on for
year.
years. They do a little, hold up.
Do a little bit of it, and then they'll break or run out of money or whatever.
They do a little piece of it, get that fixed, stop working because they run out of money. Then they'll get more money and they'll start all over again. I don't like to drive when they got it like this. People do crazy things.
It ain't bad because it's not 5 or 6 lanes. I mean, you're either going to get them in one lane or you're not.
Yeah, but getting them in one lane crowds everybody up together.
Yeah, but I mean, what's your choice? You can either ride that piece of cement right there or out there in that ditch.
Well, I don't want to ride the ditch, that's
No,
for sure.
I mean, I'm just saying, it ain't like you being forced in from 5 lanes into it.
This is Macomb. This is Macomb, Mississippi. Right there is where the mall is. I used to come to this mall and Christmas shop all the time when I would bring my children to the pediatrician. We're not far from my house. We gotta go through Brookhaven.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 30 minutes from my house. Summit.
That's where it was in.
Yeah.
Top Cat.
I was just reading. No, it's right up here.
Oh.
I'm gonna show y'all the exit you take to the nightclub, which I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. If it is, it's vacant. We never went back there after we met, did we? No, we never did.
No, because basically we was always going back to Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah. We never went back there after we met. I guess we found each other and said, okay, we found each other. We don't have to go back. But the night that I went there, I wasn't looking to meet anybody. I really wasn't wanting to be there. One of my best friends begged me to go there that night. Just begged me to go. And then I got stuck with Mr. It's Me, and now it's going on 38 years. We'll be married 38 years in May. Hey, Josie. How are you? Yeah, it is a good thing she did. You're right, Claudette. I don't know where I'd be right now. It's no telling.
I'd probably be dead.
Jay said he'd probably be not alive. Let's just say that. Josie, I hope you're doing well today. We're coming back from Louisiana. My grandbaby was in a beauty pageant. And we got up at 3:30 this morning and headed to Louisiana to watch the baby be in the pageant. And she got Prettiest Smile. Yeah, she got Prettiest Smile. But I got a video that's going to go up of her walking across the stage so everybody can see it. Mr. It's Me seems like a keeper and a great one to get stuck with. Yeah, he is, but sometimes I want to twist his little head off. But you know, when you've been married as long as we have, you have moments like that. But we were meant to be together. I love him. I wouldn't take nothing for him.
Those cards and letters keep coming.
Oh yeah, Josie, I've been on here. I'm gonna be over there at your place when I get home. Yeah, don't forget Josie has an auction. Drop that link, Josie. Josie and I got a show coming up in January. I don't know if y'all saw the thumbnail or not. Josie made this really nice thumbnail. And it's the name of our program is going to be The Calm Before the Storm. And y'all are going to be really interested in it. It's going to be, it's like a talk show. And we discuss different topics. And on more of a discussion of a certain topic that people are going through rather than just off the cuff like Ella and I do. You know, Ella and I just go off the cuff and just talk about random things. But Josie and I are going to discuss things that are going to have detail to it. Statistics and information you can use, and it's just going to be good. Claudette and her husband's been together 49 years.
Ooh, go ahead.
Congratulations. Stephanie said Stephanie and I are the same. You know, these people that's been married a lot of years and they say, we have never had an argument or a disagreement. I'm saying to myself, well, y'all must not ever been married, really, or you're telling a fib, because I can't imagine living with someone and never having a disagreement with them, especially after you have children. Okay, here's the exit. Lake Dixie Springs. This is the exit you would take where James and I met at a nightclub, and that's how we met each other before we started dating. I know, Josie. I'm looking forward to our discussions too. Stephanie said, on the 1st we'll be together 21 years. And Claudette said, yeah, but I think he wants to kill me some. Oh, I'm sure James Smith wants to chop me up in pieces sometimes. Because we're both middle children. James and I are both middle children, and middle children are so headstrong and so what?
Competitive.
Yeah, competitive and have to be right. And when you put two middle children together, I mean, it's hard head is not the thing.
Soft ass.
Celebrated 20th wedding anniversary in August. Nice. James and I, our anniversary's in May. Josie said, I'm also a middle child. Well, no wonder we have so much in common, Josie. We can relate to, y'all cannot imagine, Josie and I have so much that we say to each other, and it's like, oh, I feel the same way. I know. We just have the same idea. We're realistic. If you haven't watched her latest video about on her Josie Cares channel, y'all need to go over there and watch that. And I don't know the title of that, but I watched it. And she talks about how realistic she is and what you should say and not say when someone goes through a traumatic experience. And anybody that wants to drop your link, or Claudette can drop your link. Hubby and I are at the met late in life. We wish we had met years ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking being on one ship with two captains. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Steph. That's it. That's the one. See, that's why Claudette and I get along so well. Claudette is my twin. I mean, that's why I say in chat, I'm living her life in Mississippi in the United States. You know, Claudette is me in Canada, and I'm her here in the States. We've been together 10 years, married for 8, love my life. The love of my life. Oh, that's so nice, Uni. Interesting. Ray is a middle child. I'm the oldest. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this before on my channel, but they have a book in the library, and I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. It's called The Birth Order Book. And it tells about the oldest child, the middle child, the baby of the family, being an only child. Also, if you're a family being of a large family, like say you're the third from the top or the second from the bottom, they go through all the different ever how the child is born, the birth order, and they this is Bogachita, and they tell the personalities of the different birth orders. And I read that book, and it described me to a T. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. But if you ever get a chance to read that book or get that book, the Birth Order Book, you'll see your picture in there once you read if you're the oldest. See, I could probably describe Christina because of my sister, how her personality is, my son. I can see the difference between him being the oldest and Taylor being the baby of the family. And that's why James and I didn't have another child, is because I didn't want to have to fight with a middle child. Do you hear me? And that middle child would have been Taylor. Because if we would have had another one, it would have been after Taylor, and she didn't need to be a middle child. She's already a firecracker. She has got enough of her daddy in her that she didn't need to be a middle child. Thank you, Josie, for dropping that. Y'all go watch that video that Josie just put the link in. Y'all will enjoy it so much. And I don't know if y'all know that Josie has another channel called Josie Cares. I don't know if y'all are aware of that or not. You laughed about Taylor? I tell James all the time, Taylor may look like me, but she acts just like him. She and James, which James has gotten better with age, but she can go from 0 to 9,000 in a split, not even a second. Taylor can, if you get her in a bad place. If she thinks somebody's coming after somebody she loves or cares about, she is ready. She used to take up for Matt all the time when they were in school. She'd want to argue and fuss with people at school over Matt. She didn't care if they were boys or girls, but nobody could talk about Matt. I mean, she would get off the bus and she would come in the house and she would just be fuming because of somebody has said something to Matt. Uh-oh, police. He's got somebody pulled over. Watch out, James. They're slowing down immensely. Here we go. He got him one. There he is. Steph says, yep, mine is 100% the same. Both of mine act like they're the oldest, and firecrackers both. Now, Matt, now we know why our youngest is nicknamed Firecracker. Matt is like his mama. He is, people called him teddy bear because you just wanted to hug him all the time. And he never met a stranger, and he would always hug them. And he wants to talk things out and, you know, work things out. And he's just that type of person. He's more like me. Taylor, and he looks just like James. People mistake him for his daddy and vice versa. But not Taylor. I have to tell her sometimes when she and I are around each other, I have to say, Taylor, I live with your daddy and live with him every day. When you're around me, I don't need you acting like your daddy. So stop acting like your daddy, please. I didn't realize Josie had another channel. Now I have to check it out. Yes, Dale, she talks about a lot of topics over there. Bullying, and she has a memorial for her daughter every year. A lot of good things over there on that channel. I've always called my youngest daughter a firecracker. Now I'm going to tell you something. Taylor has a big heart, and when she loves you, she loves you.
She's loyal.
She is going to be loyal to a fault. But when you do something to her,
cross her.
Ooh, if you cross her and she loses trust in you, I mean, your name is mud. I mean, she's not going to have anything else to do with you. She is not. And that's just like James. James has a big heart. Loves people, the kindest person you ever want to meet, but you don't want to make him angry. And then what mostly makes him angry is if somebody does something to one of us, he don't really care for stupid. He don't care for stupid. He can't deal with that. Yeah, people that can't think for themselves, he don't really care for that type of person.
I'll call him out in a minute.
Yes, it's a good channel. I forgot about it, but I have watched some of her videos. They're good. Yes. Yeah, burning bridges at both ends is what I call that, and I don't send life rafts. You sound just like Taylor. Yeah, I had to remember that, Stephanie. I had to tell her what you said. You don't send out the life rafts. That's what Taylor. Yeah, Taylor don't send life rafts either.
Don't let 3 seconds in. Mess up the rest of your life, man.
And Taylor's had to be a fighter since she come into this world because she had some medical complications. She has a shunt. She has hydrocephalus that controls the fluid, and she's been through a lot of operations, and she's had to fight from the day she was born. So she's just a fighter. All right, South Brookhaven. Now we're going to enter into Brookhaven, where you have, we just got an Aldi's. We just got an Aldi's in Brookhaven. We have never had an Aldi's. And it just opened up this past week.
Had to go make groceries out.
Yep, we have to go get us some groceries. We have a family friend with the same conditions, and yes, they're fighters. You know, there's no medical reason why Taylor has hydrocephalus. They found it on my sonogram when I was 9 months pregnant. Flew a doctor in from New York that tried to figure out, because usually you have a brain tumor, a brain cyst, open spine, you know, spina bifida. She had none of that. And they caught it in time where the fluid was just back in the back of her brain where your eyesight is. So when she was born, her head wasn't but 2 centimeters now, larger than what it was supposed to be. And they put the shunt in when she was 12 days old. She had a revision when she was 6 months old. She had another revision when she was in 2nd grade. And she hadn't had one since. And that's just been God right there. She's 29 years old, and she hadn't had a revision since 2nd grade. Bye, Bye, John. See you later. Have a good day. All right, we're coming up on Brookhaven. I'm gonna just probably ain't gonna turn down this exit. It's gonna be the next one. Oh, it was very hard, Claudette. It was because I wasn't expecting it. It was just unexpected because I thought I was having a healthy pregnancy. They had done many sonograms and nothing was wrong. She has migraine headaches from it today. Okay, this is Brookhaven. There's where we shop for things that we need. This is where Taylor works. Taylor works in Brookhaven. Yeah, it was the hardest thing for me to do is to hand my baby over to a neurosurgeon at her 12 days old, knowing that they were supposed to put her to sleep. And they were going to operate on that baby's head and put this tube in to drain this fluid that was going to go down a valve, and it's going to go down into her abdomen and absorb the extra fluid. Yeah, that was hard. It's been hard every time she's had a surgery. That's why she had to have a section with Lincoln, is because she was a high-risk pregnancy because she has hydrocephalus. Our youngest is a rainbow baby delivered at 32 weeks. Oh, Steph, I had no idea. Had no idea. But I thought I was having a perfect pregnancy with Taylor. They found it on my sonogram. I was 9 months pregnant. James was in Louisiana working, and they rushed me to Jackson. You gonna take this one? They rushed me to Jackson, did an emergency C-section, told me that I wasn't gonna be able to see her when she was born because they're infants when something's wrong with them. So naturally, I just look up at James and you need to tell her, there's our gas prices. You need to tell that nurse I'm going to see my baby after she's born. And we stayed in the Ronald McDonald house while
I pushed that.
And I don't know if y'all know anything about the Ronald McDonald house.
Donate to that.
But it is a wonderful place for families to stay when their child is going through something. It's 40 minutes. 40 minutes, Stephanie, Jackson is. That's where I go to my doctors. All my doctors are in Jackson except one of them. My general practitioner doctor is here local, but my neurologist, endocrinologist, and heart doctor are all in Jackson. Steph said they donate to the Ronald McDonald House too. They treated us, oh my goodness, to be there with other families that's going through things.
You helping each other.
And you're talking things out with each other and just helping each other, and you realize that your situation isn't as bad as it could be because you see other families going through worse than what you're going through.
That's the first time I ever really cooked for anybody else.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, Stephanie, I'm not worried about it. That way I'll be able to take those little boots to Berkeley Saturday. All right, we got 9 more miles, people, if y'all can hang on. We're going to be at this red light. Well, it might not be 9. Maybe less because we didn't go through town. You go right across this way and you'll go to the Walmart distribution where my son-in-law works. And that little hole in the wall right there, Dude's Biscuit, right across the road.
Since I've been here.
It has been there since I've been a young child. They open up at 3 in the morning. All they do is make biscuits. They do breakfast. That's all they do is breakfast. They may do a little lunch. I'm not sure, but they close
a line out here.
But they close around 11 a.m. There will be a line. You cannot imagine the line of people that line up in their car or go in or whatever wanting a homemade dude's biscuit.
Or that rice.
They have good, what's that rice called? See that place right there? It's not fried rice. It's
It's like country rice or country. It's like sausage and stuff like that in it.
Oh yeah, Stephanie, I'll let you know. Laughing out loud, hole in the wall spots in the South. One thing I love about going back. That's great for people going to work that didn't have time for breakfast. Yes. You're right, Stephanie. We have a lot of hole in the walls here.
Skeets.
We have a hamburger place in our little town called Skeets. And they make burgers, and oh my gosh, this burger is probably a pound of hamburger meat on the burger. But this is 51. This is Highway 51. This is the highway that you turn off on to go to my house. And I live right off 51 highway. I'll show y'all a place right up here. Y'all remember drive-in movies? Where you drive in with your car and watch a movie?
Put the little speaker up.
Put the speaker on your car and all that. Well, right up here.
Used to be right there.
The drive-in movie used to be right there. Claudette said, yes, I used to go a lot.
Put not the little speaker up on your door.
Yeah, and they bring you food. And they hang it on your own.
Yeah, like the Sonic Hop.
Yeah. I wish they'd bring those drive-ins back too, Claudette. I really do. I'm thinking they might have them in some places. I've enjoyed y'all riding home with Mr. It's Me and myself today. That's a pretty house right there. Yep, I live on right off this highway. Watch out, James. They're going to come to a complete stop and then turn. My dad and mama had a station wagon and would take all us 8 kids, and we had munchies and drinks. It was fun. Yeah. That's a good old day. Thanks for having room for us to ride with y'all today. Really have enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along, Stephanie. I appreciate it. It's made the trip back go faster, I tell you that. I'm going to get home, get my feet up. Mr. It's Me, baby, going hunting. You going hunting this afternoon?
I don't know.
He don't know. He might not. He don't know what he's doing.
Still got to get inside.
It's a lot earlier than what we thought we was going to get home, wasn't it? I'm just glad we did it. I'm glad that we went to see the baby in the pageant. Yes, I'm definitely getting the feet up. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm probably going to get you to put those things on my leg. I have this machine which Claudette knows about, that I put these things on my legs, and it gets a lot of the fluid off my legs when
It's got that air.
It's got the air that, like when you're in the hospital, that squeezes your legs.
From the bottom to the top.
From the bottom to the top, and it gets a lot of the fluid off my legs. I had them on last night. They feel so good. Yes, I need one to drain my lymphatics. That's what it does, Claudette. And James's insurance paid for ours, for mine. He don't use it. He don't need it. He doesn't take prescription medicine. What am I talking about? James don't even take a. He hardly takes aspirin, which is good because I have so many things wrong with me. The Lord forbid that we would have both of us have something wrong with us. My mama had that in the hospital. I'd love to have one. Christina, a lot of the insurance will pay for them now. You're right, Claudette. They are not free. I'm trying to get a new wheelchair. I can get one in January. I'm due one before James retires because they don't come cheap, those electric wheelchairs. And his insurance paid for it the last time I got my wheelchair. I wouldn't be having the nice wheelchair that I have. So I'm trying to get another one, upgraded one, before he retires. Mr. Stephanie said, I take vitamins and baby aspirin. That's all he takes. James will take a B12 shot. We both take B12 shots. I take vitamin D by prescription and a B12 shot and
your other medicines
and all my other medicines that I take. Yes, be sure and get another one before, even if you don't use it right away. See, I'm gonna put the one I got on standby in case something happens. It's gonna be like my backup wheelchair because this one will probably be the last one I'll be able to get without going through red tape, because the next one I get after this one, I have to go through Medicare, and Medicare takes, oh my gosh, it could take months to get anything from Medicare if y'all ever dealt with that. Okay, we're coming into my little town that I live in. Y'all gonna be able to see this little bitty town now. Okay. It does, Stephanie. I understand, Christina, but you know, they might. Hey, Austin, how are you? All right, there's the Methodist Church. All right, here we come. Y'all, if y'all blink y'all's eye, y'all gonna miss the whole town now, so don't blink. Don't blink now, because the town is small. This is where I live. This is the little town. This is Main Street. We have a liquor store on this corner. We have a bank over here. That's where I worked at Kapai Bank. We have a beauty shop over here, and Weston Ace Hardware. We have a flea market kind of place there, a mall. Milltown Mall. We have a Family Dollar.
Post office.
We have a post office, dental office, Baptist Church, where Matt went to preschool.
Then you got the diner.
Then we got a diner, 51 Diners, what it's called. You get hamburgers and stuff like that. And there you go. That's the town. We do not have a red light. We do not have but that one stop sign that we stopped at before we passed the liquor store. And you're going to get to the top of this hill right here. We're going to get to the top. There's a massage place right there. You can get a massage right there. Go there to get a massage. That's right by. If I still walked, I could walk to it. This little building has been many things. Ooh. Turn this way. Y'all gonna recognize this right up here.
Go one block.
You go one block.
Take a left.
And
we're at the Maison.
Guess where we are? We are at It's Me Angie's home. Yep, we made it home. Thank you guys for riding along with us. Love you all. Thanks for riding with us. See y'all next time. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye.